measures we've taken or we are taking to make sure that Ghanaians benefit from the exploitation of our mineral resources. Let me start by breaking them into 3 segments. The first one I want to touch on, we might not necessarily finish today, the kind of skill sets and training that our brothers, our sisters, or if you like, the students out there need to know or need to have for them to get a job in the mining sector. It's so important. What kind of training do I require? Knowledge, technical skills, degree, whatever, certification do I need to get in there? I will spend time on that this week and next week. The second one is the actual mining itself. Okay? How do I, as a Ghanaian, get to pick up a license to do some exploration or mining? Can I do it alone? How is the process like? Are there opportunities for joint ventures, etc.? So we'll talk about the mining proper, exploration and mining, the opportunities that are in there for Ghanaians. Then the third segment will deal with the support services. That is, for somebody, he's not interested in getting a job in the mine. Let's say being employed and working, let's say full-time at Goldfields or let's say Newmont. He's also not interested in picking up a license to do exploration or mining, but he wants to provide some other services to the mine, which maybe he has some expertise. Maybe I want to supply fuel, I want to provide catering services, I want to do haulage, I want to do contract mining, I want to go into fabrication. Maybe the person owns a small business, he does welding and fabrication. What is in need for him? So these are the 3 categories that we'll be discussing for the next 2 months or so. It's quite loaded, extensive. The skill sets, and then the support services, and then the actual exploration and mining.
Okay.
Yes.
So we start from perhaps the bottom and we rise to the top. Can I put skills and training at the entry level of any of these opportunities we will be discussing?
Tema, thank you. And for me, that's everything. It's unfortunate. Maybe I guess last week you did hint that we'll be discussing skill set. So let me just dive straight into it. For the skill set, I'll break them into 3. The technical skills, the one that we have been joking with and playing with in Ghana over the years. Meanwhile, those are the areas that, the jobs are. The technical skills, the apprenticeship, and those trade skills. I'll talk about a few of them. Okay? And then I also talk about the, if you like, the middle level. The HND and even the degree, how you get in at the middle level. Because nobody will employ you as a mine engineer and make you a mine manager straight away. You need to go to certain certification or have some experience. So we'll talk about the kind of skill sets that are required, if you like, for the middle level. Okay? Let's say fresh from school, university. You get in at that level. And then, of course, the very high level one where you need to work for some number of years. And typically, we target the Ghanaians who are here and also those who are outside. So let me start with the technical skills. And Tema, for me, this is where, as a nation, we've not done too well. I know there's a lot of work being done. But if you ask me, it's more of about our mindset and perception. If I do a survey here and I ask all the parents or people who are working in GTV here, and I ask them, if your daughter or son should finish, let's say, SS or GSS, do you mind if you should go to, let's say, Accra Technical Training Center or Takoradi Technical Institute to go and acquire these trade skills and technical skills? Trust me, maybe 9 over 10 will say no. Everybody will be looking at the degree, and that's where the problem is. So the technical skills, that's what the miners or the mining companies require. What are the areas that they normally look at? For instance, they like those who do this mechanical stuff. Now the mechanical, I need to break it into 2. We have the mechanical engineering that they do at Poly. Do you understand that? HND, a year now is degree. And then the one they do at the university, maybe Ashesi now is doing some, UMAT, and then KNUSC. That is different. Here I'm talking about those mechanical technicians, those who go to ATTC or Takoradi Technical Institute and go and do those mechanical stuff, when they finish, they give them this technical certificate. Do you understand that? I think they do the same thing for electrical. Okay? That is the kind of thing I'm talking about. So, these new mines that are coming up, for instance, the one in Kaduna, and the one Kaduna is building in the north, then the one that is ongoing at Ahafo North, and then the lithium that will come up in Azuma, they will need these technical skills. So our brothers who are doing welding and fabrication, mechanical engineering and electrical at Accra Technical Training Center, Takoradi Technical Institute, those are the basic things they need. So this is the low level. And normally they take people who have finished, let's say, GSS to the technical school, or sometimes O level that they don't do too well, and then they take them there. And then don't make that mistake. When you get those certifications, you get a job at the mine. Later on, you can transition to do HND, mechanical engineering, and later on even do a top-up at the degree. So I'll give you one of the finest examples I have. So I have this young boy, I think he should be in his late 30s or so now. He never went to secondary school. Okay, so he went for this mechanical trade certification. And then he got a job at the mine and work, I think in Golden Star or so, for so many years. I think the video and co are rolling. I want to demonstrate the kind of things that they do.
So let's have that. As I'm seeing it, but
yes.
Perhaps.
So you see, this is Wayo engineering. Wayo typically, when he didn't go to secondary school, he went to Takoradi Technical Institute and this welding and fabrication. Today, this is how he has ended up. This is his own factory. Started, if you like, let's use Ghanaian language, small. And now he has built a factory for himself. You understand that? Yes. So this is his own factory. So you see, these kind of technical skills are offered at ATTC, Takoradi Technical Institute, and many of these trade schools that we have. And these are the kind of things the mining companies want to employ. You see, and what I want people to understand is that when you start this kind of stuff, so he gets a job. Almost every mining company has employed him, and these are the kind of things they build. So they go and build. So for instance, Kaduna, many of these things will be done by him.
This guy was trained in Ghana?
Takoradi Technical Institute, one course secondary school. This is own. He has this factory now in Takoradi, and he's training people. He didn't go to secondary school. So he's training people there. Okay, after this, he will get a job in the mine to build some of this stuff for them. So when you finish, the mining companies will have to employ people now to manage and maintain them. So they could hire some of the people he trained at his factory in Takoradi, or they will go to ATTC or this technical school and then go and employ them. So we call them trade school. And you can build yourself over the years. So they give you this technical certificate. So you work like 3, 4, 5 years. You can do a top up at the polytechnics. Now they call them technical universities. Or
some of these.
And I want to wrap up with this gentleman I'm talking about. So we have employed him as an inspector for machinery. Because you see, if you go to the mine, you find all this machinery, heavy equipment and all this stuff there. So you need people to operate them, to maintain them. So if you're an inspector machinery at Minerals Commission, when you go to the mine, you need to go and inspect and make sure that all these things are in order, health and safety wise. So he started trade school, basic, work in the mine, at the maintenance section. He has even brought expertise. You can see the picture. And then after a while, he went and did a top up. Then he ended up with a first degree in mechanical engineering. Okay, this is somebody who anybody will employ. They will prefer this person than somebody, for example, somebody who has finished BSc. Like after SSS, you go straight to any of our universities and go and do BSc mechanical engineering. Okay, and then you go and look for a job in the mine of this gentleman. He will beat you. Because he now has a degree. He just did a top up, I think 2 years or so. And he has gotten a BSc in mechanical engineering at KNUST. He started this trade certificate. Okay? He's a technician 1, 2. He has experience in the mine. He has worked almost about 8 or 9 years or so. So we have hired him, and then he's in our Takoradi office. So when the inspectors are going around, he goes with them. He has a degree now, and that is the kind of thing we are talking about. So we are too obsessed with university. Okay, you started, and that is where the Zimbabwe people beat us. If you go to Australia now, Western Australia, which is the largest mining hub in the world, trust me, many of the expatriates from Africa, you are likely to find citizens from 3 countries dominating: South Africa, Zimbabweans, and Ghanaians. The Zimbabweans are more because they believe in this apprenticeship. Okay, age 16 or 15, you start this apprenticeship thing. You understand? So by 3, 4, 5 years, you are okay. So if Wayo should carry many of these people who have finished SSS and he's training them, he takes them to, let's say, Cardinal or Newmont to go and build these plants. By the time they will finish the plants in a year or two, the mining company will employ them.
Wayo System seems like a very well-structured company, and the training he's offering, if I'm to go by the pictures that I'm seeing now on my screen, then it's a very sophisticated system.
No, not necessarily.
Fact remains
not sophisticated. Look, somebody who has just finished maybe GSS or SSS,
so but
he can take you, train you like 2, 3 years. The mines will hire you as a trade technician. That is it.
Fantastic thing that he's.
So is it what we call TVET or CVET or whatever?
The TVET schools are struggling. What's the connect between these mining companies who will require these services and the technical schools, so that they are better equipped to train the young people in the way that the mines require? Because the struggle for even regular schools is there. There's a struggle for TVET schools. The STEM schools really need a lot of help. Is there a connect in the mining space to help?
We have started enough with the degree one. I'll explain the degree one, and then the next one is a technical institute. You see, currently this is what is working in the mining sector. All those who are studying the mining and mineral related program and geosciences, so let's say mining engineering, mineral engineering, electrical, mechanical, geomatics, metallurgical engineering, and then mechanical engineering, okay, at KNUST or UMAT, they go first year. During the long vac, they go to the mines. Now the law backs out. It's mandatory. The mining companies will have to do that. So they go to the mining company to go and get attachment, practical attachment. Some of them also come to Minerals Commission, okay, and we take them to the mine. Then second year, they do the same thing. Third year, the same. Fourth year, the same. So by the time you finish your Bachelor of Science in Engineering, let's say in mechanical engineering or mining engineering, you have 1 year practical experience. You're already exposed. So many of our mining related programs or students that are coming out these days, they're employable because of the attachment. I mean, our time, university students will only see, or when they finish, they are fortunate to get a job at their mine. That's when they will even see a mine for the first time. But now, a first year student, second year, they know what goes into their mine. So that is working perfectly. The law backs out. We've asked every mining company to submit to us the list of all those on attachment and the university students that are going through your hands.
Okay.
And then when they finish, many of them do their national service there. So every 2, 3 months in a year, you go there. By the time you finish your 4-year degree program, that's a lot of skills acquired through attachment.
But that's at the mid-level. But is that also available
hang
at the skills
on,
level?
I'm coming. And I want to complete this bit because it's all part of the skill set.
Okay.
And then when you finish, many of them take them for national service. We also do. And then after that, they have another level. Now they call it the graduate training program. So you stay in there for an additional 2 years. So maybe Newmont can say, I'm taking about 20 people after national service. They will train them. So after the 2 years, they will hire, let's say, 5. So the other 15 or so left, Minerals Commission will take them as junior inspectors so that they will go through the ranks. Last year, we took about 10. Some of them go to the other mines. So all those who are going through those graduate training programs now, clearly, by the time Azuma, Lithium, Cardinal, and Co be ready, they will just transition. They are employable. That's one level. So maybe we can say middle level. Now, we are now entering into this phase now. So we're going to have an arrangement with the Chamber of Mines and then the mining companies, so that those from ATTC, those from Takoradi Technical Institute that are doing these trade courses and mechanical courses that are required for the mines, especially welding and fabrication, electrical and instrumentation, and the mechanical engineering, they go there for attachment. So we are getting to that level now, so that By the time he will finish his, is it 2-3 years and get that technical certificate from ATT or Takrady Institute, he's already exposed to the mine. He's been to Newmont like 3 months for every year, or he's been to Goldfield. So by the time you finish, he's employable. So we are going to focus on this now. Enough with the degree one, which is working very well. So these are the critical areas, and it's all about STEM. So that is what we have started. And then the Den Obuasi and the Great Sam Jonah, they used to have a very big training school. Now, I think somebody has taken it up, and between Minerals Commission, that institute, and then AGC, we're trying to set up the WIO type of thing. You shouldn't have it only because this is his own initiative, this is his own company. Yeah. We should have it so it will become like a center of excellence for us to train people in apprenticeship and then these trade skills.
And the entry requirements will be basically
I mean GSS or maybe after SS that you didn't do too well or something, or you want to go there straight.
But you see, it feeds the perception that it's people who didn't do too well.
Let me finish. Well, no, that's a mistake.
Okay.
So they can go there and spend like 2-3 years there. So from there straight to the mine. So we'll be working with the licensing authority. Is it CVET or TVET or whatever? So that they go and look at that place and license them. So you finish GSS or SSS, you go there like 2-3 years, get those certifications straight to the mine. In Zimbabwe, it works very well. They call it apprenticeship. And can you imagine? Those are the people that come here as expatriates from South Africa. Okay? I've just sent you a job. And maybe let me just read the requirements to you. And this is Newmont. I send it to your WhatsApp.
Yep. And
I'll read the requirements to you right away. Then we can look at, we can discuss the perception thing, which is a huge issue.
Right. So full description, I have that on my screen now. Mechanical maintenance, the role is, yeah?
Yeah, that's a second. I just want you to see the qualification they want.
Okay. Skills, training, opportunities in the mining sector for Ghanaians. These are entry-level issues Mr. AC is talking about. So if you've completed junior high or you've completed senior high and you're still undecided, but you have an inclination to go into the mining space, then all the welding and fabrication and the other courses that you could read in these technical schools across the country could prove to be the best place for you. We are talking about how you can use as little as a junior high school certificate as a springboard to get into another space that will end you into the mines. And that's what we are discussing.
So, Tema, let me take you to this advert. So, Newmont says they want, and there are a lot of them, this advert is running. So, they said, mine maintenance, mechanical technician. This is Newmont Ghana, several of them. Listen carefully. And then it mentions the role, mechanical maintenance. So, basically, you'll be in the workshop, and then they've listed I want to take you through the skills and experience checklist. It said formal qualification, mechanical engineering technician certificate. They are not asking for HND or degree. Mechanical engineering certificate, mechanical trade training, apprenticeship. Then he says Mincom certified as inspection, it's an engineer. So for example, the one that is in Obuasi, that's cool. We are going to certify it. We've okayed it. And then we'll get the licensing authority under the Ghana law to also certify it. So if you go and spend 2 years there and you do that training, they will hire you. Now this is not degree job. So it says, let me repeat, mechanical engineering technician certificate. Then it says mechanical trade training and then apprenticeship. Now these courses are organized at ATTC, Accra Technical Training Center, Kokomeme, and then Takrady Technical Institute. I'm not talking about our polytechnics that have now become technical institutes. They also have their level. So a lot of these people are needed at these new operations coming up. This new mine, Newmont is going to spend 1 billion to build in Ahafo, and then the lithium mine, because almost all of them operate a lot of machines. Okay, a lot. Even those who do this, who handle all those machines, repair works, troubleshooting, maintaining them, and all those things. And I have hired So when they do this thing, you see this person, for instance, if he gets his jobs after 3-4 years, after that experience, he can go to the technical university and do a top up, maybe 2 years. They will assess him. They will look at the technical skills, and then they will look at the certification he did at ATTC or Taekwondo Technical Institute. That's how Wayo started. Okay? And then he got a job, now he's on his own. And or he can go straight to the university. There's a so this is one example. I have hired one person, so I know what I'm talking about. He started this way. Then I have somebody who went to Taekwondo Technical Institute